What if I told you that one of rock's most iconic glam anthems and one of its toughest blues rock supergroups were born from the exact same place? Welcome to G Fun Facts Online, and today we're untangling the fascinating, intertwined story of two legendary bands from the 1970s, Mott the Hoople and Bad Company. Their stories represent two completely different paths to rock stardom, but they are forever linked by one key musician. Let's start with the glitter and the grit of Mott the Hoople. Let's rewind to 1969 in Herefordshire, England. A band called Mott the Hoople is forming. They've got a killer live show, a hard rock sound, and lyrics inspired by Bob Dylan. But there's one problem: nobody's buying their records. Their early albums found a small cult following, but mainstream success was nowhere in sight. By 1972, they were completely broke and ready to call it quits. But then, they got a call from a superfan. This wasn't just any fan, though. It was David Bowie. Bowie heard they were breaking up, and, in a move that would change rock history, offered them a song he had just written. That song was All the Young Dudes. It was an instant anthem, a masterpiece of the emerging glam rock scene, and it shot Mott the Hoople into superstardom overnight. Now, glam rock in the early 70s was a uniquely British spectacle. Think flamboyant costumes, makeup, and androgyny. A complete rebellion against the serious folk singers of the time. Artists like T-Rex and David Bowie were defining the sound. Mott the Hoople jumped right in, but they brought a grittier, street-level edge. Frontman Ian Hunter's lyrics were less about fantasy and more about the real lives of their fans. This is why future legends like Mick Jones from The Clash, and even the members of Queen, who once opened for them on tour, cited Mott as a huge inspiration. But even at the height of their glam fame, one member of Mott the Hoople was getting restless. Guitarist Mick Ralphs found his songwriting was heading in a different direction, a more straightforward, blues-based rock sound. So in 1973, he made a huge decision. He left the glitz and glamour of Mott the Hoople to start something new. And what he started would become one of the biggest bands of the decade. This new project was called Bad Company, and it was the definition of a supergroup. Ralphs joined forces with Paul Rodgers and Simon Kirke from the legendary band Free, and Boz Burrell from prog rock giants King Crimson. They were managed by Peter Grant, the same powerhouse manager behind Led Zeppelin. To say they were set up for success is an understatement. Their debut album in 1974 was an instant #1 hit in the US, featuring timeless rock radio staples like Can't Get Enough, which was written by Ralphs. Their sound was the total opposite of glam. No frills, no theatrics, just powerful, blues-soaked hard rock, all held together by Paul Rodgers' voice, which many still call one of the greatest in rock history. And here is the most direct link between these two rock giants, besides Mick Ralphs himself. Ralphs had written a song called Ready for Love while he was still in Mott the Hoople. They even performed it. But when he formed Bad Company, he took the song with him, re-recorded it, and it became one of Bad Company's most iconic tracks. While Mott, with Ian Hunter now as the main songwriter, was having hits with songs like All the Way from Memphis, Ralphs was defining the sound for a new arena rock juggernaut with a song born in his old band. The two bands perfectly capture the shifting tides of 70s rock. Mott the Hoople's fame was tied to the glam rock movement, which burned bright but faded by the middle of the decade. Bad Company, on the other hand, created a timeless, blues rock blueprint that dominated album-oriented radio for years and continues to be a classic rock staple. Both frontmen, Ian Hunter and Paul Rodgers, went on to have incredible careers, cementing their individual legacies. So you have two sides of the same rock and roll coin. Mott the Hoople, the artful outsiders saved by a superstar who became glam rock heroes. And Bad Company, the seasoned pros who created the ultimate playbook for arena rock. Their shared history, all starting with one guitarist, is a fantastic reminder of how one decision can create two completely different but equally powerful riffs in the grand symphony of rock and roll.